And then there were 4. Championship Sunday set, and it will begin 3 Eastern on CBS with the Ravens and the Chiefs from Baltimore. Ravens early look favorites, and some points are expected. Niners full touchdown favorites over the Lions, but they don't play this thing on paper. Brian McFadden in studio, Joe Musso running point, Charles Davis joining the conversation as well. Gentlemen, let's start right there with the Ravens and the Chiefs. And B-Mac, as we prepare for what we might see, the task is similar in some ways for this Chiefs defense. How does preparing for Josh Allen for a week and then playing that game prepare them for what they'll have to do against Lamar Jackson?
I think it actually helps them defensively with KC because Josh Allen is a very, very mobile quarterback. He oftentimes finds himself involved in the running game as a +1, or he just improvises and make things happen with his legs, especially in the red zone. So just seeing that running style from a quarterback in tonight's matchup might make the Chiefs feel a little more comfortable in what they would do against Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson, he's a mobile quarterback, but his running style is different than Josh Allen. Josh Allen is more of a physical runner. Lamar Jackson is a swift runner. He gets the yards, he finds a way to get down. But most importantly, Lamar Jackson is at his best when he's involved in the running game in the red zone. We saw that yesterday against the Houston Texans, and we saw how involved Josh Allen was running the football in the red zone. So I think Steve Spagnuolo will have a game plan in place, but you cannot attack Josh Allen the same way you can do Lamar Jackson and vice versa. 2 different players, but just the mobility, seeing that a week early should help them.
Right, that it does help. But you pointed out the differences between the 2 quarterbacks in terms of what you've got to deal with, because what happened to Kansas City tonight was they lost their main guy who would spy Josh Allen and Willie Gay, who can flat out run at linebacker and has the heft to deal with Josh Allen when he takes off and runs the football, because Josh Allen breaks a lot of tackles. Lamar Jackson's going to make you miss. And if Willie Gay's not back, who handles that responsibility? Who has the swiftness and the ability to at least make him make an extra move, and hopefully the rest of the posse gets there? Remember, Mike Edwards, the safety, got hurt as well. So down the middle, that could be a struggle for Kansas City. And is a spy worth it with Lamar Jackson? Because he often will make your spy miss as well. Now you've lost another person in coverage. So Steve Spagnuolo's got to come up with a game plan that way, based on 1, health, and 2, the decision about what you're going to do in terms of Lamar, because you really hope he stays in the pocket and throws it. That gives you a battling chance downfield against the receivers. And Isaiah Likely, who has emerged at tight end, because I still don't know that you're going to get Mark Andrews back this week, but Isaiah Likely's played well for them at the tight end position.
2-2 and 100+ like we saw out of Lamar Jackson on Saturday. I mean, if you're a Chiefs defender, you might want to drop to your knees and say a few throughout the week as well, because you're going to need help from everywhere. Charles, if we're looking for advantages, how much value do you put on the experience that the Chiefs have here coming into this situation in an AFC title game yet again?
Yeah, I put a lot on it, but I don't take it to the point where that's a decided advantage, because John Harbaugh has won a Super Bowl as a head coach. Now, it's been a while since they've been back here in the AFC Championship game. I believe it's been since 2012. But it's not like he's forgotten what it takes to get there. What's going to be fun for me watching it, B-Mac, is I'm going to flip it over to Patrick Mahomes. And I love what you said about his bust needs to be doing all this and having the head, the mind that's involved, because he's going to need to use every bit of that brain matter he has with what Mike Macdonald's going to throw at him. Because the offensive tackles for Kansas City look great on paper. Donovan Smith, was there with Tampa Bay, won a Super Bowl. Jawan Taylor was signed for big money. Jawan Taylor's been a penalty machine. Donovan Smith's had his struggles. What do you think Mike Macdonald's going to try and come at them? Okay, he's going to throw all those exotic things, run those people at them, try and hold them up and get the free runners off of the edge or coming inside. It's going to be fun to watch and see what he tries to do with that, because that is going to be a big part of the game. Patrick Mahomes trying to match Mike Macdonald, and who has the chess piece last, who has the queen to make the big move that could lead to the big play.
We'll see if Queen is the queen making that big play, because what's being asked here at the second level, the linebacker group for Baltimore, far different than what Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense had to deal with against Buffalo, where that was in fact a weakness. You see the numbers on the screen, Mac. You've had some time to mull them over.
Yes, sir.
3.5, 44.5. You told me the number. Patrick Mahomes getting points.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with it?
I told you the numbers when you talk about how prolific Pat Mahomes has been as an underdog. I went against him today, and it cost me because I had a nice 14 parlay in action. I just needed Buffalo to money line, win it, and he lost. They lost. My parlay is dead now, flushed down the toilet. But seeing what Pat Mahomes has done and just the betting trend, as you gave us the cool nugget for our viewers, Pat Mahomes is 9-1-1 ATS as an underdog. He's 8-3 straight up. This is a man, when he is considered an underdog, betting-wise, he wins you money. I'm taking Pat Mahomes. And also, too, I wouldn't be, afraid to take a money line play with the Chiefs as well, because he's shown all of us the ability to win, find a way to win. So when it comes to money, 9-1-1 ATS as an underdog, this is almost flawless.
Who was trying to help you out there? Who was trying to talk you into the Chiefs a couple weeks ago?
Joe Musso.
I will be the last one off the ship when Patrick Mahomes is the captain. Niners and Lions will be our final game of semifinal action. NFC title game coming our way from Santa Clara, and the ceiling there well established as San Francisco tries to get back to a Super Bowl. Another opportunity as we take a look at some of the bullet points attached to this matchup, CD. Team of Destiny, maybe a label that's floating around when we're talking about the Detroit Lions, but Destiny's not coming in for treatment. Destiny's not in the film room. What is the decisive factor between these two teams when you put them on the same football field?
I think what'll be very interesting for me in this game, I'm understanding the weather will not be a factor in this one. I'm hearing nice sunshine, beautiful day this week in Santa Clara. But B-Mac and Joe, I thought that Brock Purdy's ability to rally his team late to win was probably the biggest thing of the season for the San Francisco 49ers, because you're talking about all these odds and spreads. I think of horse racing. They've been front runners, okay? And they've gotten out and set the pace and made people chase, and Purdy's been unbelievable. The one time they weren't, when they were really playing well, was when Baltimore went in and jumped on them, okay, on Christmas night. Being able to come back in the fourth quarter, Purdy making the winning plays down the stretch, making the throws, then finding a way to win, I think that goes a long way, because Detroit is that gritty team that's not going to go away on them. Jared Goff's going to make plays for you. He's been to a Super Bowl, so nerves won't be an issue. So I thought that was huge for San Francisco, who I think should be the favorite at home. But now that they've been pressed and Purdy's come through, we saw that crazy stat. Kyle Shanahan, 0-30, 5 or more points in the fourth quarter. That's gone now. That's a big deal for San Francisco, I think, going into this one.
Mac, you heard the man.
Yeah.
Let's pick a pony. Let's pick a pony.
Let's pony
Niners
up.
laying 7.
It's 50. Hey, Charles, Joe, I got a great money play. I'm taking Detroit. I'm taking Detroit because I love their style of play. Aaron Jones kind of opened up a Pandora's box against the 49ers defense in regards to having success running the football. If you haven't been paying attention to Detroit, they got thunder and lightning. They go ahead and get the lean back to lean on you in David Montgomery, and then they bring in the little Swifty, the guy that can make you miss with a who is a one-cut runner, and he has the speed to run away from defenders in Jahmyr Gibbs. And then the final piece for me in taking Detroit, getting 7 points. Number one, we don't know the status of Deebo Samuel. That's a huge question mark concern, right? Where will he be? Will he be able to play? And if so, how involved will he be in the offense? But the thing that I'm loving about Detroit is their play caller. I mean, their quarterback. Oh, of course, the play caller as well. Ben Johnson's done a phenomenal job. But Jared Goff, it's time to give Jared Goff his just due.
Comfy late in that game.
He has been balling. And if you guys have been riding with Jared Goff when it comes to money, he has been getting you to the winning window. Get this. The last 3 years, Jared Goff, as an individual, he's 34-16 ATS. That's a 68% winning percentage. That's the best mark in the NFL in that time span. 34-16 against the spread.
Wow.
Long story short, the last 3 years, he's been the best quarterback against the spread. And for all our Lions fans that are watching us, you guys probably have been betting on your team and Jared Goff more so than all of us. Thank you for not letting us know how good he's been. But I found out how good he's been, and guess what I'm doing? I'm ponying up.
Oh, we love that, Mac. We love that.
Hey, I got late. I'm late to the party, but the party's still going on. I can shake a little tail feather.
The music's still playing.
Yeah.
The music is still playing. And
Yes,
you know what we like to say?
What?
Only one way to find out.
We're going to find out.
CD, Mac, always a blast, gentlemen. Thank you. Here's a look at those plays from the Mac man. Finally, he sees the lights.
Yeah, I'm on.
Fool me once, fool me twice. What is it? Fool me. He ain't going to be fooled again.
Yeah, I'm not.
Taking those Chiefs, catching those points, because that's what Pat does. When we get down to it, again, 8-3 straight up as an underdog, 9-1-1 against the number. Lions and Niners, 7, just too much wood to lay with that 1 seed. He's going to scoop those points up with Jared Goff and company. Best bet to win the Super Bowl. You co-signing that right there? So it's the Lions staying inside the number. Niners get it done, and then you like the Niners.
Well, Joe, I'm personally tied to San Fran. I bought a Super Bowl ticket like 2 months ago. Remember I told you? So I just I'm waiting.
Our friends at FanDuel do say that is the biggest exposure in terms of long-term tickets, futures. A lot of money out there on the 49ers to win it all. Mac's got some money there as well.